In chemistry, pH is a numeric scale used to specify the acidity or basicity of an aqueous solution. pH is a measure of the hydrogen ion concentration of a solution. Solutions with a high concentration of hydrogen ions have a low pH, and solutions with a low concentration of H ions have a high pH. This might seem like a confusion between express this relationship, and it is until you understand what pH stands for. The equation that defines pH is given as follows. The most commonly method used to measure pH is colorimetric. In the colorimetric method, chemicals are added to the water sample, and those chemicals react with the water to produce a color change. The color indicates the pH of the water. The color can be measured visually or electronically. The colorimetric method does not work when the water is already colored because it contains dissolved organic matter or large amounts of algae. Colorimetric test kits are inexpensive and can cover a wide range of pH values.
Now we are going to speak about the pH in our organism. The human body is formed by 75% of water. It's to say that the value of its pH is very valuable for each and every one of the functions of all our organs to sustain our life. The value of the pH in the body is related straight to the health and the well-being of a person. It has been demonstrated that any imbalance in the health is generated in an acid ambience, that is to say, in a value of 6.9 to 0. The human body for nature needs to be in a harmonic balance to enjoy health and well-being. The above-mentioned balance is in the neutral value, it's to say a value that goes from 7 to 10. An acidic pH can happen for the emotional stress, overload of toxins, the immune reactions, or any process that obtains to sell the oxygen and other nutrients. Obviously, a diet that is very acid can change the pH levels to a certain extent. Our pH in the blood has a very narrow scale of about 7.35 to 7.45. If the pH of our body turns acid of this scale and fall down below 6.8 or over 7.8, the cells stop working correctly, and our body will fall ill or begin to show illness symptoms. For example, the capacity of contraction of the muscle declines and the hormone adrenaline increases when the body becomes slightly more acidic. Different parts of the body have different levels of acidity. For example, in our mouth, our saliva have a percent of 6.5 of pH. For this reason, in our conclusion, as we know, an acid pH could be so bad for our organism. It could generate illness and bad symptoms, so people should be conscious of this risk and have a proper diet.
Buffers, also known as buffer or buffer springs, are solutions that adding moderate amounts of acids or strong base remain virtually constant pH. It is also said that a solution is buffer regulatory or buffer if the concentration of H plus protons, i.e. the pH of a solution, is not significantly affected by the addition of a small amount or volumes of acids and base. These substances may contain a weak acid and its salt, for example, acetic acid and sodium acetate, or a weak base and a salt of that base, for example, ammonium hydroxide and ammonium chloride. The fluids of living organisms are heavily buffered, and the seawater and soil certain substances are other explained of buffer solution existing in nature. The buffer solutions are used in chemical and serve as reference in pH measurement.
We don't know many things of life, like food materials that we have at home, and they are a basic or acid substance. An acid substance is one that has a pH lower than 7. For example, castor juice, lemon, vinegar, wine, orange juice, tomato juice, coffee, or urine are examples of acidic substances. The acidic substances are characterized by reducing hydraulic ions, OH, when dissolved in water in a Gaussian solution conduct electricity in aqueous solution, and they have a pH bordering on 7. They are, for example, contracted lemon, lime water, cleaning produce, milk of magnesia, XY, etc.
On November, I had a trip with my school. We went to El Barranco de la Linde in Weimar. We were walking while the teacher saw a pond. In biology, we studied the pH, so we decided was important calculate pH in the pond. For this reason, I jumped into the pond and introduced the pH meter. The result was a basic pH. It was an amazing experience. I passed a great time with my classmates.